7:15 last night, 911 dispatchers received a call of a shooting at 843 South Broadview. Upon arrival, officers located a 33-year-old male inside of the residence with a single gunshot wound to his head. This male was pronounced at 7:27 last night. During the investigation, we learned that the 33-year-old victim was visiting his brother at the residence on Broadview. His brother was at the back of the house when numerous shots were fired into the front of the residence. During the processing of the scene, lab personnel found over 30 rounds were fired into the front of the residence, striking the victim in the head and killing him. Detectives worked throughout the morning on the investigation. During numerous interviews, we learned that there was an unreported residential robbery at the house on Broadview on Monday night. 911 was never called from this robbery. Shortly after the robbery, the victim's brother was shot at during a disturbance on East 19th Street. We are looking at how these are all still related. We have very limited information on these incidents. Witnesses last night state that they saw 2, possibly 3 males running through the yards after the shots were fired. The victim has been identified as a Terrance, T-E-R-R-A-N-C-E, L. Lincoln Smith, Jr.
Is there any gang ties or anything that you're aware of at this point with the brother or the victim?
The victim's brother is a documented gang member.
How old is the brother?
I believe he's 31. I'd have to check that.
How can the community help with this? Just it sounds like a lot of incidents, and I'm assuming that we might have some people who will have some information.
We know that on, like I said, the unreported residential robbery, we have very limited information on it, and in addition with the shots fired call on 19th Street, we had a limited number of witnesses. We're still trying to determine how that incident occurred. We're asking anyone that may have witnessed the shooting on Monday night to call the homicide section at 268-4182, Crime Stoppers at 267-2111 or 911. In addition, anyone that might have seen anything last night around Lincoln and Broadview to call any of those numbers.
So we believe unreported residential robbery sometime that same night on East 19th we had a shooting?
Yes, Monday nights, probably between 6 and 7 o'clock was the robbery, and I believe, and I don't have the time, somewhere around midnight Monday night was the shooting.
Thank you.
The brother is 28.
Oh.
You said 19th Street. Is there a more definite area?
900 block or region?
I do not remember what it is. I know it's on 19th Street. I don't have the exact address right now.
Can you just tell us roughly how much distance we're talking between where the robbery took place and where the shooting incident took place?
The robbery occurred at the house on Broadview.
So, a couple miles?
No, it'd be several
Miles? Okay.
I also see on the sheets that same address at midnight there was another aggravated robbery. Are you guys seeing?
No, that's from Monday night.
That's from Monday night.
Yes.
Camilla.
So now it's reported. Is that why we're seeing
Yes,
on the sheets?
now it'll be reported. A case was made last night in reference to the residential robbery.
Do we know anything about, like, details about what was taken or what was going on with that?
Not at this time, no.
How many people live at that residence?
Actually, just one.
So the brother just happened to be there and it wasn't?
That is correct.
And we see a 22-year-old female that was there on Monday. Is this just a visitor? then?
That is in relationship to the homeowner, yes.
Anything to indicate whether the shooters may have been, I guess you won't know until you find them, but perhaps the shooters last night may have been targeting the brother who was in the back of the house instead of the victim?
At this time, we don't know who they're targeting.
You said it, but I didn't hear it. So witnesses in the area saw 2 to 3 men running through some backyards?
That is correct.
Okay, was it 2 to 3 or was there a specific?
We had differing accounts.
Okay, thank you. And you know, I'll always ask, what's our number now?
27.
Thank you, sir.
No vehicles reported then?
No, we have no suspects descriptions. We have no vehicle descriptions.
Should people be concerned around that area? Because there are 2 or 3 individuals that were running around.
Well, we believe the house was specifically targeted. I believe they came to that house for a specific reason. We're still trying to determine what that reason is.